shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival. Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my phone. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.
Ok, bonjour. Alors. Tac, je vais baisser le son. Le mettre à -50. Parce que j'ai l'impression que quand je regarde les rediffs tout seul, le son de la musique est assez fort. Le jeu. Tac. Voilà. Bon. Je prends le stream un peu plus tard que d'habitude. Il est 10h au lieu de 9h. Mais bon. Il a fort gelé ce matin. Du coup, j'ai perdu un peu de temps pour faire mes bêtes. Mais bon. Tant pis. Donc ouais, je suis là parce que j'ai farmé un peu. J'ai farmé pour ses aptitudes à elle. Ça. Parce qu'il m'en faudra pour ça aussi. Mais faut que je farme le narval et puis des sorts. Bon, du coup, là, ce que je voulais faire, ça on en regardera une prochaine fois. Donc ça, c'est la quête tribale de maître des vents nocturnes. Moi, je voulais faire celle Fleurplume. Clan des Fleurplumes, ouais, c'est ça. Je voulais faire celle-là, parce que c'est celle de Chasca. Et du coup, ça me donnera forcément les récompenses. J'ai récupéré mon chat aussi sur OBS, ça fait plaisir. Hein? Comment ça? Le son il est pas fort dans mes oreilles. Ouais, parce que... Oula. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ah, Libu. Oh, c'est un event qui vient de pop. D'accord. En train de me dire what the fuck.
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge.
C'est toi qui fais ce bruit là?
Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in
Elle a
case
perdu
she's
son pet.
thinking of...
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chasca?
Good to see you again, traveler.
C'est rare de voir le perso concerné dès l'acte 1.
Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koya.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just...
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now. Well, in the Flower Feather clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial, where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process. Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so upset. Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders.
La voix de Chasca, je la trouve tellement basse.
Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready. Until then, all we can do is quietly
Peut-être
watch
augmenter un
over
peu la voix des dialogues.
distance. Just like I'm doing.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond to a call that sounds like... Yeah. People from my tribe call to their saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kuk, but the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only gonna hurt her confidence further.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse. Let me give you...
Koyer still isn't giving up, even though Chasca said that she has to do this. What if we could get a Kukasaur to fly up to her?
Audio. Dialogue pourtant c'est à 6.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
It's a Kukasaur! Oh my gosh! Is this really happening? I did it! I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Thank you. Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So, I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers. Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers. Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else? Hey! Wait! Wait!
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
Du coup, c'est quoi ça? Ah, faut rentrer. Ok. Il y a Chasca avec. Comment je descends?
Chasca! I summoned a Kukasaur! Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had it.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up. But I'm
Hey, Chasca, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are you? And
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon. You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up and coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing. Anyway, we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Maybe you saw him in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. He's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen him around.
If you say so.
Koyer, Chasca. Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than so we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance. This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought bringing you this message.
Oh, okay.
Chasca, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You've heard of us?
I have indeed.
Elle a un œil divin, elle
Gathering
aussi.
intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan. Actually, I've been meaning to invite you to enjoy our tribe's
Hospitality? Oh, that includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too? Paimon's starting to like you a lot.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
The Flower Feather clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner everyone gets the news, the better.
Very well. In that case, Chasca, could I...
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later. Collier,
Okay.
Alright, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call. That was your... I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. His whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow. He looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give him a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh? It's all right. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself. You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good. I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than... Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised?
Tiens, allons-y.
All right.
Everyone gets opportunities. I just the ones I have.
Oh,
Ready? I'm gonna get you. Uh-oh. Are they fighting?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for...
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan. And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial...
Hey, is that Chasca?
Chasca! You're back!
Oh, can you come train with us?
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
Legendary? Yep, that's...
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a Kukusaur. Even Chasca could only do that for short distances. Mr. Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Oh, Mr. Traveler! My family shop makes the best volcano cake. You gotta try...
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. Hope it didn't bother you too much. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
Well, that's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the Chasca, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh?
Aloof.
Well, to be fair, there was a period
Quoi
when
ces
I was
poissons?
like that.
Aloof.
Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can... Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved
Tiens, la grande
through
beauté, là.
genuine dialogue
J'étais en train de regarder la ligne qui
actually
descendait.
benefits both sides. Even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chasca!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chasca to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
Ok, apparemment on veut pas le voir.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon.
Petite chose blanche qui vole.
I heard Chasca was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Only her father. She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4. Yes, she got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckoosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight. Or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might...
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started but ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about...
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn, it's just... Every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants...
Yeah, Paimon can...
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I just... Chasca's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop.
Whoa, where did the time go? We should be back up with Chasca before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was sometimes a little impulsive back.
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chasca back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf, so stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Ashkanatlan, to try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never seriously considered myself a strong fighter.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries.
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part! They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space.
Et elle a combien d'estomac?
Paimon is so...
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you...
Elder Alpa? There's,
What happened? Is it serious?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Chasca, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize, and Junon spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the...
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game. No Kukasaurs ever...
Waskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurs wouldn't judge you.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone... Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna treat myself to a few more games of eyes on the feathered prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
You used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaur's approval.
Are all Kukusaurs so strict? The ones in floating putting target balloons and eyes on the feather prize seems pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukas. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them.
Ah ouais, c'est vrai. Est-ce que je peux? Non, je peux pas. Faut pas que je fasse comme ça. Non.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials.
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days. I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future.
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the fly. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies. Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much. No problem. If you ever want to give it a try, you...
Bring it!
Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan again, huh?
Chasca? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Wanna give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me. But nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to...
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions, like you and Elder Alpa. Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chasca and the Traveler. You're already here.
Encore.
I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together. I'm gonna sit this one out. What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting. But even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, what?
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then we'll... Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up.
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to get June, you helped Quayer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to it, but sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
Je sais pas pourquoi cette zone-là me fait penser à Kanomio.
All the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
Bonjour.
Oh, hey there, Chasca. Did Elder Alpa send you?
On dirait une voix d'enfant. J'ai déjà entendu cette voix.
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions.
On dirait la voix de Bailou.
Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult to achieve in practice, for all sorts of reasons. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask this.
Take me up!
How strange. Why?
Well, could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the ley line disturbances? And I did see those...
I can't think of a way to resolve this. Short of going all the way to the children.
Bring it!
Oh, are you here to help? Thank goodness. So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb. But carrying explosives up that steep slope would be a recipe for disaster. If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, my plan, all I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top. What do you think? Simple enough. Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech. I'll head over and set up now. All right, get ready.
Ah ouais, faut que je l'explose le ballon.
Let's fly.
This is crazy. Maybe but how am I supposed to do?
Ah voilà.
Hey! Monsters!
Open fire!
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Oh. Problème.
Wow, you took care of everything. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure.
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready.
All the more reason to have me test it out.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills,
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering.
all right. I'll get things set up for you. Are you ready? This should be all right. Then.
Giddy up!
Oh, super, je me suis fait larguer.
That was amazing.
No, nothing major. Give it a few days and...
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right?
C'est un gars de
Please,
fontaine, ça.
come quick, you've got to help.
Catch your breath first. What?
We got attacked by a cuckoo. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were
Huh? Are cuckoosaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people and provoke?
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions.
Ouch!
I've never seen such an aggressive cuckoo so.
Chasca?
Elder Alba? Huh.
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place?
No. These merchants are even transporting...
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are intact!
Les alphas.
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me
Yeah, that's us. So I take.
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey, not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest.
But Elder Alpa, what about the Kukasaur?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps that Kukasaur was just having a... There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further.
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a coincidence! Sounds like a perfect...
Oh, really? Now I'm in...
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukasaur.
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh?
A blood-stained feather.
The Flower Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
N'empêche que la quête tribale est mieux que la quête d'argent.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time. Although, can't say the same for the Kukusaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Kukasaur.
These phlogiston wings are awesome.
What the? What's going? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and response. Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed a flying trial.
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a...
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically...
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chasca had to ride a Kukasaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test...
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chasca, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
Right? That's what I think, too.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using phlogiston wings.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this.
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new
You all raise valid points. But Chasca, while your proposal sounds perfect, we lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you! Oh,
Thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Cucosaurs are attacking the merchant!
Again? Okay, everyone.
Why did Chasca rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
All right.
Oh, it's back! It found us again! Run! Get up!
Curses. She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
Stop! All of you!
Oh. Attendez, j'ai plus de musique. Hop.
Chasca! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing! What's going on?
So it really is you. Sister.
Wait, sister? That Cucosaur?
Koya, wait!
Is Chasca gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chasca, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, at least I always used to lose to her at hide and seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Cucosaurs. Anyway, she and we played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until not all Cucosaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fun. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and—
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with—
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi, I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness with her. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement.
So, how did you—
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human, but I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't— if things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe. And see what Mutota and Elder Alpa have in mind.
What was wrong with that Kukusaur?
If we just let it escape back into the water.
Faudrait qu'on inspecte ces machins-là.
So, I hear there's been another Kukusaur attack.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Hey, show a little respect.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need...
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe?
I didn't mean it like...
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will...
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chasca, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in?
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings. And what happened with...
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukusaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukusaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon. Chasca, to prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you...
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you.
Thank you.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. I'll look into it. Also, Chasca, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging around? We don't want to get...
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do... Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think she's... If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third party...
Oh, c'est loin. Oh, c'est giga loin. Mais comme ça devrait aller, je pense.
Oh, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya would fly over from the platform and catch me in midair. Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after after we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking for even greater heights.
Stop! You're gonna get Paimon a heart!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway. Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back.
Mama
Last
Bird.
visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway.
Hi!
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, since even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems to work about. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Call it the family bond, I guess. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble. I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind...
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time. Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident... She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
C'est loin. Bah, elle vole pas.
This is a really remote location. Guess she was trying to get its...
We stay here? Okay. Got it, Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay. Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we
any idea what the...
Sounds like things are more complicated. There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim. No! It's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her. They came over the sea, under the cover of night, and they took Chime.
What the heck? Who would do such a...
I searched day and night, and finally found them.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm. Got her in.
Hey, there's another one. Wait, who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per catch. Chasca? How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
Ah bah c'était plus vite que prévu.
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, phlogiston wings! Take me out of here!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured.
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
Guess we need a more permanent solution.
That was too close. I thought...
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No!
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who's...
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find. And he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so he needs dealing with.
T'Pol? Huh. Sounds...
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for phlogiston wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here, to make them look like they're imported.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
I don't know.
Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that change your...
No need. I'm sorry. T'Pol doesn't tell us much. But he always stresses that he wants them alive. So that gives us some clues. This is just a best guess, of course. But we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston store...
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, as you just witnessed. But the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So...
That's enough.
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based. We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times. But we always...
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
T'Pol.
Chasca, Traveler!
Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait là? C'est bizarre.
That voice! It's Alpha!
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. I don't believe it.
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before.
Huh? So he's a member?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather clan, I'd definitely know him.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young
Encore?
man from outside our tribe who came to participate in our flying trials once.
Hop, un permo. Encore.
You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably why you don't... He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies.
The Children of Echoes?
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the...
Wingless, huh? Maybe he
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back.
Easy, Chasca. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukasaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. In fact, it may even escalate the conflict further. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukasaurs after recent events.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukasaurs and slip some Mora to anyone opposed.
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable evidence. Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody too. They won't get another chance to stir up trouble.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is gonna be the key to resolving this conflict. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix... Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon.
Ah, on est directement.
So Alpa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just...
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and... Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to,
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you?
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him? Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like, no more rest for me today.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making some...
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the flower
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people, which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long.
Ça me fume qu'elle savait exactement dans quelle arme chercher. Bah ouais, je crois que mon clan préféré, c'est les enfants des échos.
I'm back. Allow me to introduce to Paul's mother, Puma.
Hello, we're...
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy that... I disowned him long ago. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky to avoid the He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom.
Wow, they've really fallen out.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother. If you ask me, that was probably the final straw. I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just...
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we've got now, right?
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where...
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up!
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but... What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view? And it only...
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that...
I totally called it!
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. Well, I'll have to find... Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude.
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can.
Oh, good point. We should go ask...
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see...
Yup. J'ai des informations croustillantes.
Chasca, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe.
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between us and the
A relic from the Cinder City? So Ochkon's still managing to sow discord, even...
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukusaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol...
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped and unable to flow. But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena? To build up the pressure there?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flow...
And then we just ride it up into...
Yes. It has its risks, but with
It's an extremely risky approach.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the Chasca. If anyone has a hope of...
Et ils veulent pas fermer leur gueule un peu? Putain, sur YouTube, c'est chiant. J'ai mis des VOD en ligne récemment. Des VOD et des shorts. On ne peut plus mettre de lien. Faut que YouTube soit sûr que vous mettez pas de la merde, quoi.
Goodness me, that
Maybe so, but we have
Du coup,
to
c'est un
act
peu chiant pour moi
fast.
mettre mon Twitch et mon...
What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
Et il neige. What the fuck? J'étais en train de me dire, putain, il fait noir, il neige.
from a technical
Bah,
perspective.
du coup, c'est chiant pour mettre mon
I'd
Twitch et
have
mon
to
Twitter,
advise
mais...
taking some, then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston
Bon, du
over
coup, je mets un
there?
espace.
Our prior inspections revealed that some
C'est
kind
pas
of
considéré
stable
comme un lien, du
structure
coup.
has formed inside, making it's not without its weak points. But unless they're all struck at the same,
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
it'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle.
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind.
Oh, elle peut pas utiliser sa compétence pendant qu'elle vole.
Take me up! Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Du coup, Chasca, elle peut... C'est un peu trop.
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to human.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
Yes, up there. That's all right. Let's go have a little talk.
Take me up! Paimon's never flown that fast.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but and sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned. I should be able to figure it out with DePaul's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little... That should just about do it.
Maybe that works on your guns, but, huh? Where...
Des fois, quand ça marche pas, un bon coup de pied, ça remarche.
Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Makes you wonder why DePaul even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like this!
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing... For someone like DePaul who dreams of flying freely, this definitely does...
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make... Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass-produce them? But this doesn't add up. If he's already...
With any luck, we'll find...
directions for...
Let's fly.
Si ça marche.
Why won't it fly away like the others?
She's still breathing, but by the looks of it, T'Pol was using these cages to... Once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have to come back for these ones after dealing with T'Pol. Let me see. Looks like a record of his phlogiston research. Log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to log, even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply. I've at least taken the first... Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention. The phlogiston... Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new smaller model phlogiston wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some... Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement. Log number 114. Ran an experiment using Kukasaur. Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters to... Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of flow...
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Yeah. Probably on contact alluded to his other notebook. Guess he has a factor.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed?
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Grab the notebook and let's press on. Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you? Ha! Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
Je dois avoir les 4 là, ouais.
What are they doing here?
It's T'Pol's henchman. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out!
Hey there! This one's got your name on it! Teamwork is dreamwork! Busted! Huh? Ha! Open fire!
Hey, look here! More of T'Pol's notes!
Log number 403. Introduced, I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts, while the less. But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. Think of the two. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. With our I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal.
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. Yes, if only it were possible. We could respond faster. But T'Pol, what about the Saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston? You're not sharing the sky. You're bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Should I miss a wizard, I will lose.
Take me up! Yeah!
Let's light it up! Ha! Locked on! Yeah!
Ok.
I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source.
Attends.
Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
Ouais. Pourquoi je vois encore le message, il est pas supprimé? Bizarre. Oh mais j'ai merdé. Qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Attendez. J'ai fait n'importe quoi. Faut que j'agrandisse mon chat. Voilà. Zoomer, dézoomer, inspecteur les acteurs, découper l'audio. Supprime pas le message. C'est bizarre. Hop.
And still no sign of Koya's babe?
Let's search this area for now.
Chasca, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiment. This is the final obstacle to the success of the float. Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested using Kuka. Anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. Log number 444.
Huh? Why is this log
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
Log number 0. We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, but we cannot stop now. We will keep, as of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. Instead, we will focus all our... They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild. To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan, even as we can. All this we do to create a world where the skies... All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kinda sounds like this is someone new. Does that...
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook. It's...
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the... Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past, but he is still your father. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever yearned for is the sky. And you're... But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her mom, but...
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. By contrast, the writing in this notebook is old and faded. It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself. If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky, and how he got his hands on a relic from the Cinder City, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born during my days. His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody. But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly. He started a new family.
M'en douter.
With another traveler who was also looking to return home. I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child still harbored dreams of the skies. Can you imagine, Chasca? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed up at my door, asked for how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Cucusaurs and became wingless, just as I had after my injury.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chasca. I'm not here for a fight. I just want to talk. I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that need never be repeated. So tell me, Chasca, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wings forever grounded and gathering dust?
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. It is a brief moment of suffering for the greater good. The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Cucusaurs, but this I had not anticipated. I barely had the chance to introduce the phlogiston wings to the tribe.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods, but know that my love for humanity and for Natlan is genuine.
Oh.
You know me, Chasca, and you know that I've always treated as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. And truthfully, neither do I. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natlan still stands as a nation of humans and Saurians. Peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. Because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct. How could they possibly understand human social bonds?
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. They never gave T'Pol a second glance when he was at his lowest, nor me when I returned injured from the... It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved myself stronger than them, but the moment it serves them better, They'll abandon me in a heartbeat.
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
Chasca, I will promise you this. Only the unruly...
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild cucosaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. Namely my mom, my sister, and me. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in one of your cages...
Is that right? I knew you might be...
Alpa!
Careful! Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see...
Oh no, that's one of the extra...
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most powerful ally aren't there to...
Take control? What are you planning to do with
merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of progress, and since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here until the dust has settled.
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intended to...
No, Chasca. You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I promise you that no harm... I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate... As long as the majority supports our vision. Even the
Your vision is deranged. And the flower feather...
You sure about that? Then wait...
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's in grave danger!
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get...
She's still holding Chime hostage. Is there really no other way?
Koya?
Huh? What are you Stand down! Drop your weapon! No! The relic!
Hold on to your hats. Take me up! Bullseye! Give up, Alpa. We're negotiating my way now, and this ain't your strong suit.
Hey, something's up with this relic!
I got it.
No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic!
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. If we don't think of something fat.
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe!
Okay. It's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. I don't think I can... But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on, let's take... Don't worry. I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking some surface wounds at most. All I need is for you to catch me at the end. Just like old times. I can't hold it back anymore.
Don't be insane!
Alpa! What are you...
You're a fool, Chasca! Why would you choose such a risky solution? We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this wild Saurian.
I'm the fool. You really...
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape, but I can fly it a safe distance away. Here. These should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today.
Ah, une petite blessure.
Koya! What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? Why did you try to shield me from the black... Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
Chasca, Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Oh, but be honest. Do you still think...
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all I ask. Please just trust me.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. And it's up to the winners to define what's... So it looks like... It's my turn to yield.
Koya!
Oh, ça va pas fort.
So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted was the moment she finally relaxed. All the built-up stress finally caught up with her. And no wonder. Honestly, she's just like you. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously. You know she wrote to me from the Masters of the Night Wind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Got it. Got it. Huh?
You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done what are we gonna do with her, Even after everything that's happened, she still hasn't figured out how to start the she keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to... For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, She of all people would know how to reconcile with her family. She must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and Chasca's efforts that the airborne workshop didn't come crash.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. They didn't hurt you while we were gone, did they?
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koya. The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, in the end, and as it turns out, not all of the wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston-powered gizmos. I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. We could have saved so... Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact, and repurposed it as a jail for Alpa and her cronies.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
So, it looks like there's just one less conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. Koya, I just want to say, I'm sorry for... Huh? Does this mean...
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But that day, when we ran into each other... Huh? So then, when did you...
Cigare cassé la gueule.
It's Chime and Chip.
Fusil et aile. Hop. Voilà. Ravitaillement. Voilà. Et les primes. Oh merde, il est immunisé contre les dégâts géo. Fuck. Ah, il y a un boss. Mais c'est vrai. Prime en cours. Bon, au pire, j'ai Ilan et Bennett qui font des dégâts. Ah oui. Du coup, j'ai 100. Le panal, il est là. Il devrait mettre... Ah, peut-être ici. Ok. Il a dit qu'il devrait mettre une photo de celui qu'on affronte.
Letting praise names echo. Huh? Everybody stand. Quietly now. Game's up.
rocks. Coming at ya.
Ah bah, ok. Hmm. Prime en cours.
What's up? Wanna play? Let's have some fun, shall we? Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it! I'm going in! Let's light it!
Things are about to get dicey.
Hey there!
This one's got your name on it. Hiya!
Watch out!
Attack!
Busted!
Merde. Elle a la pied et moi j'ai pas pied. Ok, M. Mon cours. Voilà, comme ça, tout ça sera fait. Hmm. Ah merde, c'est celui qui est immunisé contre les dégâts géo du coup.
Let's light it up! Gotcha! Let the mountain's veins boil! Here comes the catch. Yeah, everybody stand back! Quiet.
Fire! Well, coming at you.
Let's light it up!
Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy.
Putain, faut que je bute. Oh merde.
How was I so wrong? Hear the echoes of the valley! Let's light it up! Busted!
Bon. Je vais lui montrer.
Stand with me! Shower me with... Gotcha! Take flight! Yeah! Here comes the catch.
Embrace the ice. Our bond is strong. Whirling snow. Yeah! Yeah!
Hop. Hop. Comme ça s'est fait aussi. Donc on a Fleurplume vent nocturne. Et il manque plus que le peuple de l'abondance, je crois. Il y a le truc pour trouver les pyroculus juste après. Du coup, j'ai pas fait gaffe. Ouais, il y a Chasca. Et du coup, j'imagine que celle-là, c'est celle du clan Maître des vents nocturnes. Ce sera plus en lien avec Citlali. Donc faudra attendre qu'elle sorte pour... Ok. Donc je vais sûrement mettre des vents nocturnes. Le peuple de l'abondance. Mais il y en a quoi? C'est bizarre parce que là il y a... Je vais aller chercher, tac, tout ça. Puis ce sera tout pour aujourd'hui. Bon, du coup, c'est un stream de 2 au lieu de 3. Mais bon.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Hop, hop. La quête du clan Fleurplume était vraiment bien, je trouve. Hop. Comme ça, c'est fait. Eh, il n'y a plus les primes ici. Avant, on obtenait le truc du Battle Pass quand on faisait les primes. Et du coup, cette quête, ça m'a quand même donné envie de pull Chasca. Mais, je ne sais pas dans quel team je l'intégrerai. Et puis, j'ai pas beaucoup de vœux, donc c'est pas vraiment très utile. Tac, tac. Voilà. Bon, du coup, ouais, c'était vraiment une quête sympa. J'ai bien aimé. Je la trouve vraiment mieux que la quête d'Archon. Elle était pas terrible, la quête d'Archon. Enfin, elle était bien, la quête d'Archon, mais elle était trop courte. C'est ce que je reprocherais principalement. Il y avait quoi, une demi-heure, 40 minutes de quête? C'est... On s'attendait forcément à plus. Parce que d'habitude, à peu près en X.3 là, on a toutes les quêtes d'Archon. Et seulement après, on a les... Par exemple, les quêtes avec Denslev, tout ça. Mais elles sont quand même mieux. Genre les quêtes d'Archon de Fontaine, ils étaient bien en termes d'histoire. Mais à jouer, c'était un peu lent. Elles étaient un peu ennuyeuses à jouer. Parce que c'était vraiment que des cinématiques. T'allais d'un point A à un point B pour avoir une cinématique. Il y avait que des dialogues. C'était que ça, que ça. Là, il y a quand même un peu de combat, un peu d'action. C'est quand même mieux. Selon moi, après. Tout le monde partage pas forcément le même avis. Mais bon. Du coup, la prochaine fois que je streamerai, ce sera mardi, je crois. Ouais, mardi. Puis on ira sur Honkai faire les salles oubliées qui se font reset. Donc ouais. Essayer d'avoir un maximum de primogèmes pour avoir les dolons de Acheron. Et puis voilà. Et puis après, je pense pas que je poulerai jusqu'aux prochaines versions. Enfin, jusqu'aux prochaines... jusqu'à la 3 points quelque chose. J'ai limite envie, en vrai, de tout garder pour le prochain rerun d'Acheron et essayer de l'avoir E6. J'ai vraiment envie d'essayer ça. Oh. Bon, du coup, tac, je vous mets le lien du YouTube pour avoir accès à toutes les rediffusions de live. D'ailleurs, là, il est midi. Il y a un short qui est sorti, si jamais vous voulez aller le voir. Je sais plus c'est quoi. Je crois que c'est le one shot de Ouley que j'ai mis aujourd'hui. Tac, je vous mets le lien aussi du Twitter pour être averti quand je live. Je poste toujours une annonce de live sur Twitter. Si vous voulez être averti des lives aussi, vous pouvez suivre la chaîne Twitch. Voilà le lien. La chaîne Twitch où vous pouvez la follow et activer les notifications pour avoir accès. Je sais pas ce que je dis. Hein. Mais pour avoir accès justement aux notifications. Être averti quand je live. Donc ouais. C'est pas mal. Sur ce, bah, je vous souhaite une bonne journée, un bon week-end. Et on se retrouve mardi pour du Honkai. Allez, ciao ciao.
There's no hope hiding, no chance.